Hey Maha and welcome. Hey Croco, reporting for duty, thank you. Just give me a second. Hey, it's it, I'm back, let's do it. Hope you're doing okay everyone. I think now we have to call Jap, I think. That's the one.
Some cool hair.
Yeah, merci beaucoup.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect?
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Oh, that's big news. That guy's important.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Très bien.
Très bien.
What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
Let's keep going.
Are you collecting?
It is not the right time.
Let's click the post. Here we go.
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long, ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
Let's find out, shall we?
It is now the right time.
Hold on, is it the 11th of September? So it's the 11th and the murder happens on the 11th. Okay. Hey, Mr. X, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'll try and do these streams as early as I can, because
let us examine this more closely.
There's a lot of time zones.
Certain characters in the... Let us examine the characters in this word.
So
right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to... That's it, the I.
Yes, this I is weird.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Mr. X. I'm good.
Right. Let us...
All I have to do is match distinctive characters. So the I looks a little different.
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Okay, so there's one. So it's kind of faint.
The W is not printed properly.
Now you compare that one with this letter.
Let us compare this with the other letter.
Here.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
What's the same? The T's are the same. What's the same? Maybe, no, there's no W in that letter. The T's look the same.
Let us examine the characters in this word.
See the T?
Right. Let us... No, this character does not appear to have any defects. Let us examine another word. Yes, the A.
Okay, so the I...
Right, let us
with the other I.
That's right.
There we go.
The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Hi, Jeanette.
My theory
welcome.
was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yeah, welcome
Yes,
back,
please,
Croc.
mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes, yes.
Hastings is in a bit of a mood. No, you're welcome, Jeanette. Everyone is always welcome. There's a lot of Asia in the chat. Yeah, and welcome back, Rock. Decipher the burned documents.
I've finished with this subject.
Okay.
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
Yeah, so how do I do this? I have a letter and some burned notes. People don't like me, Vort, even I did nothing wrong. No, you've done nothing wrong. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being Asian. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's figure out how to do this.
Now, down to work.
Here we go.
What of this needs putting in order a little?
Okay, here we go. Let's do... I think there's 4 notes, so let's do one at a time. Okay, that's it, that's already in place. Okay, let's figure this out. Okay, so what's next? I want to fill in the top corner. Hopefully this is right, but we'll figure it out.
This page is finished.
Okay, there's one.
That's done. 3 more to go.
Yeah, I hope everybody's doing okay today. Let's keep going. So, let's do this one. Come on. Move. That's it. Okay. Oops.
I think that this is right.
Okay. Okay, and then that one should be at the bottom. Oops.
This page is finished.
Nice.
And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought.
Nice. 2 down, 2 to go. MVL, welcome. How you doing, MVL? All these legends in the chat, holy moly. I need Hank to come with a holy moly. Hank, let's keep going. This one is here. At least they didn't make this too difficult and pulling basically these shards of paper everywhere on this table, because that would have been way more complicated. Let's try that one, this one next to it, and this one at the bottom.
This page is finished.
Nice.
Only 1 more. Keep going. Let's try this one. It's so simple.
This one at the top.
This piece should be placed here.
I think this one goes here. That should be it.
This page is finished.
Nice.
All the pages are reconstructed.
Okay. So I guess that's some sort of solvent. Hey, Mr. Strongbow. bet. Yeah, that's one way of saying it, just like a cartoon. Yeah, it's pretty good, Jeanette. It's not too bad. Welcome, SB. Welcome, everyone. So let's put this on the cloth. Okay, so that's done that.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Okay, let's... Is that it? There we go.
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alisasha, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Now let's read them, shall we? Let's go... What's this? Okay, let's go from left to right.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. While wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Dunbar. Owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic. Heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
His name's Dick. Oh, okay, here we go. We've got all the clues. 6 clues. Mr. Okay. Mrs. Asher was one that was the first person who was murdered. So it's all linked. Let's put that one at the top. Should be that one, the medical records. And the link between all these is they all had throat issues. Yeah, throat afflictions. There we go.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the 2 victims appear on them? And who are the 2 other patients?
These are very good questions.
Don't worry, MVL. Poirot will have beard envy, so don't worry about that. Let's get the phone. Okay. It's good that it always tells you what to do next, so it's not completely clueless. This way. Here we go.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Oh. Let's go for this one.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
It should be this. This is in my clues. So it should be this place.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Chief Inspector, I would rather call myself.
As you wish. Please go ahead.
Hello, the Black Swan. Hercule Poirot here. May I speak to the owner?
Speaking. Dick Dudley Dunbar. How can I help you?
Is there Mr. Cust among your guests?
He arrived today. Shall I call him for you?
Looks like SB, we got another northerner. You're not the only one now.
No, it is you I wish to speak with.
But who is this Cust?
Go for this one.
A crook.
A crook? He seems such a decent chap. Do you think that Cust might be dangerous? Oh, I do hope you're wrong. He seems so harmless, you know. Oh, yes, completely harmless.
Yeah. I think you don't want to go overly dramatic. 'Cause I don't think you want the hotel owner to know that he's a killer. Just to keep it a bit more, I think, a bit more low-key.
We must not overestimate the danger. After all, we are not absolutely sure he is guilty.
What should I do?
Just keep an eye on him.
Watch him. If he leaves the hotel, watch where he is heading. I'll call the police in Doncaster immediately. When they arrive, keep out of the way.
Oh, indeed. I shall keep out of the way. I have a bad heart, you see, and a big shot could kill me. Thank you for having warned me.
Hello, Poirot. We have some good news. The police in Doncaster have caught our man at the Black Swan Hotel. They're sending him here by train. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House.
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt. Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own. To Marbury Guest House, please. Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name, in Cheshire.
In Cheshire. Nice. That's not the right way of saying it. Let's go inside. Anything else?
I've been going past this modest guest house for so long. I would never have thought that the ABC case would lead me here.
Oh, nice. Yay. A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect. Yeah, I'm a... Oh. Yeah, I remember last time MV on. Yeah, oof. Dentists. Oh. Let's go inside. Here we go.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham. But my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the wall. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Do you think it was blood?
Well, when I saw them, I thought, look, he spilled his wine or his soup all over himself. But now that I think about it, well, they did look like blood.
Cust used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Indeed. It is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
Well, she had a lot of information.
This woman appears to be in a good mood. Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel.
Okay. She was useful. I was playing this game. Where was you, MVL? Is the key. Where was you hiding? Oh dear.
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
We got a ginger cat.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
Let's take the key.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
Here we go.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexley murder. Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favour. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
Let's go for this one.
It doesn't matter, provided that you remembered to change the sheets.
Oh, do you think so?
Well, anything here? No, let's go. Go, go, go. So you were at the scene of every crime. I was envious because I was controlling him. She sounds fishy, I don't trust her. Well, you could be right. You could be right, Jeanette, we haven't got that far yet. So guess who was the gold PS4 controller? You got a new controller? Esbe. I do agree, Jeanette, she's a bit too useful.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject would probably be useful to me.
Oh, sedative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me. This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
Let's go here.
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Two. One more.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance. ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed. It's closed.
So one of two. I'll probably have to come back to that. I need to open it, I think.
The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. Trousers, white shirts, everything has been washed very well.
You feel like royalty. Nice. I remember really wanting a golden eye controller on the N64. I think I vaguely remember what that looks like. Hey Giuliano, welcome. Yeah. Yeah, welcome everyone.
War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack, Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window, or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
Nice.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. It's an ABC. A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This object will probably be useful to me.
Take it. This should be the last bit.
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Puzzles. We all love a good puzzle. Hey, how you doing, Nick, and welcome. Yeah, I'm great, Nick. Thanks. How about yourself? Hey, Connor, welcome.
The left-hand heel has been removed.
Okay, let's try that on the other side.
The right-hand heel has been removed. Something is blocking the ribbon.
Here we go.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Nice. So far, so good. I'll wait a second before I do that. We spoke to her. Let's keep searching, I guess. Now, I think now we could use the knife to cut the box. There we go.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Stockings. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Thanks, Nick. What's this game about? I play as the famous detective Poirot, if that's the way you pronounce it. And each letter of the alphabet, there's been a murder. So somebody with the letter A got murdered. Somebody's name with the letter B got murdered. Somebody with the letter C got murdered. And the fourth murder might happen very soon. So we got to figure out. We got a very good idea who it is, but let's find out. So where was Cust? Cust is the person we think is the killer. And when you get the right two clues here, it'll open up this. There we go.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
We need to find as much evidence as possible. Let's go.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
Back in a second, guys. That's it, I'm back. Yeah, I like to change it up, Nick. I think we have to speak to the detective.
I had best talk to Jap.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Was it possible for Cust to have killed the 3 victims? Well, we have proof that he was basically everywhere. So he was in Churston. Where's Churston? There's Churston, so that's the C location. Bexel, I think, was the second one. And Andover, I think, is the first. It's A, B and C. There we go. Are there any common points between Cust and the killer? Well, he has all those books. Is it this one? Yep. Oh, by the way, you can put this in either the circles. Yeah, the same typewriter was used. There we go. Yeah, let's try this one. Nice. Is his behaviour suspicious? Yes. Just a bit. Yep, he had all the newspapers. Because it was in his wardrobe. He lied. Because he said he was going to Cheltenham, I think. And the blood. That was on his shirt. Nice.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Yeah, it is kind of like Sherlock Holmes, Jeanette. It does have its similarities. They both are famous detectives. I think Sherlock's a bit more unhinged, I think, is probably the best way to put it. Scotland Yard, here we go.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Here we go. Tomorrow we're going to be going to fishing to catch tuna. 36 kilos. Nice one, Nick. Yeah, but you're bigger than the fish. Yeah. Remember to take pictures, Nick. That'd be good to see that. If you can. Here we go. This should be the killer.
This man is not in good shape.
There's one. He's moving a bit. There we go.
He is worried and very tired, and other police have been hard on him.
I'm not surprised. Oh well, here we go. Yeah, can I talk to him? Stop walking around. Stop walking around. Why is it being weird? Okay. The game's being weird. Let me question him. It should give you the option now to talk to him. Am I missing something? Okay. See, it's been weird. It should give me this speech bubble. Come on, let me talk to him. Normally when you hold left click down it gives you two options. One's to look at him and the other one's to question him. Why won't it let me question him? That's weird.
I am not going to leave before having finished questioning him.
Here we go. That's so weird.
What do you want from me?
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Yes, I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
Très bien. You did not hide these letters. But the question remains, who did?
Probably one of my enemies. I have many.
The thing is, though, he was there, but but we don't know it was actually him. It looks like it's him, but you know, let's try this one.
I do not believe that you are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
I hope not.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Of course, you never considered killing a doctor who took such good care of you.
No, never.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot, but not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards. So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Wow, look at that guy. He's not well. Yeah, the plot thickens. MVO with the jokes. I guess he needs medication, I guess.
I know this medicine.
Yes, which one's this one?
Laudanum.
Let's give him the... Will that work? Here we go.
Take this. It will help you.
Oh,
There we go.
I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
That guy is really not well. Talk to Jap. Let's go.
And? What conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Nick, like a chihuahua. Oh, God. What do we know about Crust's health? He's not very well. Yeah, that one. I can't even say that, but I think it's this one. I've got to look for health. That's it. Anything to do with his health. Yeah, I think that's the one. Are there any clues that do not support Crust's guilt in the Churston murder? Crust is mentally and physically weak, but he's not the profile. So it looks like it's him, but has blood on him. I think that's one. Yeah, it's quite right. Yeah, because if he was the killer, he would have recognised who I am, but he didn't. Let's try that one. There we go. Oh. Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Crust is guilty? I don't know. I don't. He might not. He might actually be innocent. There you go. He's actually innocent.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters, then with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yeah, I agree with Croc. That's sweet. Oh. He's cussed clever. Not really. Is he sure of himself? No. Yeah, let's try that one. Nice. Is he a seducer? I don't think he is. Blood. No. No. Does he like trains? No. He gets sick on trains. Is Cust impulsive? This is quite straightforward. Is Cust generous? Not really. There we go.
You see? Cust's character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
So yeah, he's innocent. I think it's back home, I think. Yep.
To White Haven, please.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Merci.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
Indeed, Jeanette.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting.
Indeed, Bill.
I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
He always says that brain cells to work when you have to figure something out. I feel like we're getting near the end.
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag. Churston, Devon, population 500 inhabitants. Hourly of trains. London, Churston. Trains of evening. London, 6:45 p.m. Newton about 11 a.m. Churston, 11:45 a.m. London, 11:45 p.m. Newton about 6:08 a.m. Churston, 7:15 a.m.
There's Crocker. Here's Crocker. Moustache MVL. What's next? Bring the revolver. I think that gun is in this cupboard. Yep.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets. I have to choose the type of bullets to load. The revolver is loaded with blancs. I still have time to choose real bullets. The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blancs.
So, for some reason, you can either use real bullets or blanks. Oops. Yeah, don't worry, MVO, you've got the beard to defeat Poirot. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Do I load the revolver with real bullets or blanks? I'll let you guys pick. How many streams you watching, Croc? Take a grenade. I wish. I want to take blanks.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets. The revolver is loaded with blancs. I still have time to choose real bullets.
3. You're as bad as me, Croc, sometimes. Another thing is altering the volume of the streams. I think that's it. Shh, Veman, shh. Oh dear. Yeah, let's carry on. Oh, where's he going? This way.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon. Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
Why does he have a revolver? Oh, the telephone's ringing. Go, go, go.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Here we go. She can, Jeanette. Normally I can watch 3 streams at once. Dear, okay, here we go. I think we're very near the end of the game then. Wow. Look at all these to pick. I think that's one. One of the letters was late. Yeah, the last letter had an error, so it actually arrived late. Yeah. Oh, okay, so it's actually intentional. Oops. This one? Nice.
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jeanette. Yeah. What do we know about Cust? I think he's quite... You could suggest he's very... That's it, influenced. No. 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 That's it, he was wounded during the war. We have to explain Cust's presence at the crime scenes. Correct. They've got throat issues, so they're in the records. No, 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 no. He was manipulated.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Here we go. Oh, the new PlayStation Classic. I heard you can already hack it because is it Android based? I can't remember. Don't think so.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer, the others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest, and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle, that's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Oh, the plot thickens.
He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
He says, let's get our brain cells to work, but the subtitle says grey cells, not brain cells. He's done all clever, I think he is. Let's try that one. I don't know. I guess he is. Yeah, I've seen them for £50 MVL. We'll see, Jeanette. I think we're at the very end, so everything will be revealed very soon. Does Donald like trains? Let's try that one. Oops. Is he impulsive? Yeah, he's a bit fiery. He's generous.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark.
Hey, mon ami.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
They're all so dodgy. Is Franklin clever? I think he is. He was a good student but lacked discipline. Yep. Is he sure of himself? Yep. Is Franklin a seducer? Yeah, That's a yes, because he witnessed it on Franklin's stairs at his house. Does Franklin like trains? I guess he does. Basically, it's the same questions between Donald and Franklin. Is Franklin impulsive? Let's try that one. Is he generous? Oh yeah, he offered to pay for train tickets last episode. Oh, last stream.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
Thorgray bothered him. Franklin was impatient. Let's try the first one.
Because of Miss Grey. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no. You know perfectly well that is not true. Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Yeah, I agree, Croc. Where is Vlad? I haven't seen much of Vlad lately.
One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Oh, of course you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard has found your print along with those of Cust.
Poirot's lying.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying. Don't come near me! I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot!
There you go. Because
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark. There is no easy death for you.
Yeah, indeed,
I
MVL. You
expected
bluffed
your
him.
reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Yep. There we go. I think it's GG. So yeah, you use blanks so he can... Nobody would actually die. Quite clever, really. And you lied or bluffed.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England. Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Oh wow, they're actually married.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better. And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since. Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
Yeah, indeed. What a name. Thanks for the GGs. Well, there we go. Finished. And if SB or Strongbow is still lurking, it looks like Yellow didn't do the killing. There we go. GG. I'll let the credits roll and then I'll end the stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the like, support. Thanks, Jeanette. You're welcome. Yeah, it was good. Good game. Good to play something different. Thank you. I'm not sure what I'm going to stream next, but you guys will see it probably. And that's it. See you in the next stream, everyone. Take care.